Hi, travelers. Tara here. My chair won't fit in my little. I found this lovely folding table on OfferUp, so I have a space. My office is not oriented the way that I want it to. I don't have any surfaces in here in terms of shelving or bookcases or anything like that. But and it's been kind of freaking me out because I'm having to go through boxes and look for things. Like I have like notebooks. I keep a notebook for astrology, one for tarot cards, one for spiritual work. But then I've got 6 boxes that say notebooks on it, right? So, um, and I was looking up the astrology, I'm sorry, the numerology of my house, the address, 3145. And that is a karmic number. It reduces down to 13. And one of the lessons of a number 13 house, when you have karmic numbers, you don't reduce those down. Like normally 13 would be reduced down to a 4. But the karmic numbers 11, 13, 22, 33, 44, those are karmic numbers. They don't reduce down. And so I was reading up on that. And one of the lessons of a 13 house is the struggle to complete projects. And so you guys know me. I am always about moving ahead and getting stuff done. And so this is going to be a real challenge for me. I mean, literally my office is a blank slate. I do have to paint, so I don't know why I was stressing out about not having a place to put my books. I probably have about 30 boxes of books because I got to paint the walls first. You know what I'm saying? I want to paint and get my thing together and orient it in the direction which I need it, which would be the direction of west. And that's kind of a catty corner in this office, so I'm going to have to kind of maybe figure something out. But, oh, Blanca, if you are watching this, you seriously need to call me. You've been on my mind. You've crossed my mind about 3 or 4 times this week. I don't know if I'm coming or going, so you'll forgive me for not reaching out to you first. But things are coming along. I have the kitchen set up so we can cook, we can eat, I can go to sleep, I can, take a shower, brush my teeth. But in terms of anything else, I don't have a clue what's happening. And I have to remember as well that I'm going from 750 square feet to 1,600 square feet. So there's a lot of furniture that I don't have. And so I've been wasting a lot of time on Pinterest and YouTube trying to figure out what I can do with all of these recycled boxes. Like maybe I can make something out of them temporary, you know what I mean? Like that. So we shall see. But I really was in the mood, the need to I'm starting to feel more like myself, and I wanted to bring you guys an open reading. We are nearing the end of the month of August. August has been quite, I don't know. I don't have any words for it. And also to let website members know, starting on Saturday, I'm going to start working on the videos for the website. So I'm going to be putting out the general, the 12 general, and the 12 romance readings for each sign starting on Saturday, and get those loaded up for you for the month of September. Okay. I wanted to continue writing articles. I haven't produced any articles for you guys on the website. I feel so guilty about that, but you guys have been so great because you've been allowing me that space, and you haven't abandoned me, so to speak, because I haven't been putting out anything. And so I really, really appreciate that a lot. I don't have words for that either. That's just awesome. And I also have, I'm testing out of an astrology class. Remember I told you I wanted to get my certification? Well, I've already signed up for the certification course. And I'm testing out of a couple of the classes. I haven't even done that yet, and that was like 3 weeks ago. So I had to email them and say, hey, is there a time limit on it? So hopefully I'll be able to get some stuff done this weekend. My daughter's going to be going to visit her dad. It's his birthday, and they're going to be going down to the valley to see her granny. And so that'll give me a bit of free time on my own just to do what it is that I want to do. So with that being said, I'm going to bring an open reading. This is for all signs. not specific, so please take what you can and disregard what you cannot. We'll be using the Impressionist Tarot today. I have the La Vida Sibila. Oh, wait a minute, because I need to get the other, there's something else I need to get. Hold on one second. Watch out, Luke. Watch out. You're not in the way, honey. Just don't let me step on you, okay? I don't want to step on you. All right. And I have the playing cards. That's what I was missing. I knew it was something I was missing. And we'll be clarifying using those. And we'll wrap the reading up with either an angel answer and or a romance angel card, because I don't know what the card's going to be talking about. So let's... I was talking to one of my clients the other day. She's like, oh my God, I love seeing your fur babies in the videos. They just ground the energy there. And I'm like, girl, that Luke is always trying to steal the spotlight. The dog. Huh? You're always trying to steal the spotlight. Yes, you are. All right. I don't know what planetary transits are happening. Because I haven't had a chance to look most times since this process. I don't even know the time or what day it is. So hopefully I'm going to be getting myself back to normal here very, very soon. So with that said, let's go ahead and lay the cards. 9-card spread. 5 of Cups. Isn't that a lovely? I love this deck. I really do. The 4 of Swords. Huh. Hold on, let me try to arrange that so you can, I hope you can see these. My office has lots of windows, which I love, but, okay, there we go. The King of Wands. Well, some of you are dealing with a fire sign male, perhaps, or he could be a boss if this is not a romance reading. He will be Leo, Aries, Leo, and or Sagittarius. Could be a business owner or the entrepreneurial kind of a guy. This is the guy who burns hot and fast and bright. Hold on. Quit licking my knee. And will be more of the person who has a lot of ideas but may not have follow through or may get distracted quite easily. There's the 9 of Cups. Huh. The Empress. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Well, the High Priestess. And y'all forgive my fingernails. They don't never look polished, but I've been doing a lot of crafting. The World card. Wow, this is a beautiful spread. The Ace of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands. So I have 2 9s. A pentacle. 1, 2, 3 major arcana. 2 cups and a sword. Wow. I just, past, present, future, and the interplay of the cards. I get the sense that some of you may have returned from a trip or went on a trip. For someone out there, it was a trip in which I feel that either you were trying to forget someone or trying to, what's the word? not necessarily recover, but to kind of clear your mind, clear the air. It turned out to be something really good for you. I don't know if this was a distance where maybe you took a trip overseas or at least by water, around water, near water. All of these have water images. Well, not water image, but it just, all of the blue kind of gives me, see the boats there? I do feel for some of you that you have reached a conclusion, not a decision, a conclusion about who you are, where you're going, what you're doing. I don't know if some of you have perhaps tapped into the energy of maybe like a mom figure. We have this Empress here in the center, who typically represents a mother or mother-like figure. But then on the backside is this High Priestess, which could also be someone who is like an advisor or has good advice. Maybe this is about trusting your own intuition, your own advice, following your own rules and dictates. With this lovely Ace of Pentacles here, the World card tells me here in the corner, and it's in a pivotal place because of where it falls. The World card tells me that there's some kind of graduation, culmination, completion of something with a new thing to start on the backside of it with this Ace of Pentacles. I do feel for some of you, though, that there is, or has been, or was, not necessarily a moment of hesitancy, but and not even a questioning. It's more of a taking a step back, understanding all that you've done, all that has come before, reaching a conclusion about that, finalizing some things. Maybe this is about, having done the research. I don't know. I do feel for some of you, though, you really had this need or this idea that you needed some alone time, right? To, again, the energy is to clear your head, clear your conscience, clear your aura, clear your space, personal space. But then we have this Nine of Wands at the end. Now, I think what stands out the most are these three figures who are boldly, prominently shining out from the spread. Let's see what's under the deck. It is the Justice card. Okay. I don't know if I don't get the sense necessarily that this is like all business. Although I think there could be some kind of work and financial underpinnings. To me, it feels more like a personal issue, like a growth, a personal growth kind of a thing. It is these three figures here. Now, I won't lie to you, because sometimes the High Priestess will show up as another woman in the picture, somebody that you don't know anything about yet, but that really does not feel as though this is what that is. Nevertheless, the Empress, everything is happening around her. Yeah? She's in the center, so she's our focus. And it doesn't feel as though she's presenting as another female. It's presenting as you sense that there are other people involved here. But there's a sense of detachment. And the reason why I say this is there are people there, right? There are people behind her in the background, okay? And then here's that World's Fair kind of a thing, the Parisian World Fair that happened. And all of the people there, like an exhibition of some kind. I think what stands out to me the most is the rather dark colors of these three photos, of these three cards here. The Five of Cups, then the Nine of Cups, and then the World card. As if to say whatever loneliness or sadness or drifting away it is that you've been experiencing, that forlorn, and that's the energy. It's kind of a forlorn energy. It's not a depressed energy. It's not really a sad energy. Wistful, that's the word. There's a wistful energy to this. I just get the sense that for some of you, you did meet somebody. There was a moment or a brief time span where maybe there was no communication. But I think more so, or I feel more so, that the break or the separation wasn't painful. It wasn't sad. Excuse me. It was simply just something that, okay. And what I'm going to do is, continue to be my fabulous self and do what I do. I feel for me the question mark is this King of Wands, and how does he fit into the picture? Particularly, well, it's making sense to me now. They say that he's unsure of how you feel about this situation. Like you've become not necessarily distant, but kind of cool and unemotional. I don't know if that makes any sense. In which case, if you backed off from a person or this particular situation to kind of figure out where the hell you are, or, how's this working, fitting into your plans, that was a positive thing. But he's a bit nervous about that for some odd reason. And what's interesting is him with the 9 gives me a 10 of Wands, so this is a changing energy. I just feel the person doesn't quite know how either to approach you or what to say or what to do, because you're not giving back the same energy I think that perhaps he wants to see or needs to see or feel. But I don't think you're doing it out of, like, it's not like a game. You know what I mean? It's just like you're like, okay, whatever. That's really how that's coming across. Well, let's take a look and see what the meanings of the cards have to say, and then we'll try to clarify this. Because our advice card or the whole energy surrounding this is the Justice card. And I like you're weighing up some things. You're not, your sword is at rest. So but you're weighing up things. It's as if though you've kind of put it to the side or you've set it down, you know, but you're still weighing up things. And that's what judgment is. Judgment is just, it's about decision making. It's about discernment. It's about observation. So let's see. And then I'm going to read to you, of course, I'm going to give you the meanings of the two cards because like I said, I have a 1, a 2, no 3s, I've got a 4, a 5, and 2 9s. So 2 9s are either a house move or a change of address, or one of you needs to spend more time alone. Yeah? 9s are numbers of isolation, but they're also numbers of, it's a number of perfection. It's 3 plus 3 plus 3. So it is that moment before you move to the next level. I don't know what that particular, that's what they're telling me to say, but I don't know what that means. I don't know if this means in terms of a relationship, whether it's, you know, with another person, or if this is moving to another level, perhaps in a work environment, or just simply on a spiritual, personal level, growth level, whether it's moving to the next level on that. So let's see what the cards have to say, and then we'll do some clarification on these. The 5 of Cups. It says, let go of the past, forgive your mistakes, and make the most of your voyage through life. You will not grieve like this forever. The keywords are transition, compassion, reconciliation, and recovery. Now, a lot of times people hear the word reconciliation, you think, oh, we're going to get back together. But reconciliation is not just about that. Reconciliation is trying to reconcile some things for yourself, trying to balance and weigh up one thing against the other, right? And that can be difficult. You know, you can have water on one side of the scale and dirt on the other. They're two completely different substances, but you've got to figure out how much water do you need and how much earth do you need to balance those things out. Does that make any sense? So trying to reconcile those things together. The 4 of Swords. You are being offered a respite from the demands and pressures of the outside world, and your friends are there to support you. Keywords: rest, relaxation, respite, and leisure. See, that's what I was saying here. King of Wands. I'm very curious about this King of Wands. Let's see. It says, you can expect your work to be defended even if you have to met out your own form of justice. Again, listen, the keywords are discernment, dignity, leadership, pride, courage, and heart. Remember, that's what I said about this. Now, interestingly, when that card fell off the top, there's a page of swords underneath here. And as we know, pages bring news and messages, short trips. So we shall see. The 9 of Cups foretells an evening of drinking and social pleasures. But do not let one too many drinks tempt you to release genies that are best left in the bottle. The keywords are parties, social gatherings, comfort, and contentment. In other words, maintain your regal bearing. Know who you are. Maintain control over that. Don't allow the liquor or the trees or any of those things to kind of have you lose your discernment or cause you to lose your discernment and your judgment. Yes? Some of you are in preparation for some kind of visit or trip of some kind. Remember that your physical surroundings serve as a reflection of your personal values too. If you see a disparity between the life that you want and the life that you have created for yourself, it is time to make a correction. The keywords are love, beauty, happiness, desire, pleasure, and again, comfort. But here is this high priestess. The cycles of life you are experiencing are natural and completely predictable. If you need confirmation of that fact, ask an older woman for advice. The keywords are mysteries, secrets, wisdom, intuition, and second sight. This world card. You have reached a point of completion and success, and prepare for the start of a new adventure. The keywords: accomplishments, celebrations, commemorations, commencements, and rewards. I love rewards. Even if I gotta give them to myself. Ace of Pentacles promises a world of possibilities, ranging from financial riches to spiritual treasures. It also suggests a metaphorical gift of health, wealth, good fortune, all yours for the taking. The keywords are health, wealth, prosperity, and comfort. Again, that word comfort. That's 3 times the word comfort has come out. The Nine of Wands. Events changeable. In a constant state of flux, it is best to sit quietly and wait to see what the tide will bring in. Deliberation, discipline, reason, but also recovery. And I just get the sense that for some of you, you were going in 2 different directions. Yeah? Maybe this is about leaving something behind and preparing yourself for the journey ahead. I don't feel that whatever this thing is that you are leaving behind, it's not, to me, of the material thing. I mean, that's a possibility. But it really just feels like spiritually or emotionally or psychologically, you're leaving something behind, right? You're leaving it behind. You're reserving your judgment on what to do next, meting out your own form of justice perhaps, discerning, what can I cut away, who can I cut away, what am I not going to do anymore, that kind of a thing. Let's look at the Justice card. You might find that you are not completely in the right. The Justice card makes it clear that you'll be held fully responsible for your role in any misunderstandings, miscommunications, and/or mistakes. The card can also be literal. It can signify legal paperwork, lawsuits, and court hearings. The key words are fairness, impartiality, honesty, negotiations, agreements, and settlements. And I want to, as I was reading that first line, you might find that you're not completely in the right. My guides came to say that this is, in a sense, not necessarily about conversations or words or things like that passed back and forth between you and another. You might find that you are not completely in the right, as it could be pertaining to yourself and whatever conclusions or determinations or decisions that you need to make. Now, again, for some of you, this could be a legal issue, a contractual issue. Underneath that's that Page of Swords. So we don't want to rule that out. The Page of Swords says, I think that's the page. Hold on. It might be the Knight. I can never tell with this deck. Hold on one second. Let me find another. I don't know. It's just the, no, that's the page. Okay. The reason why it confuses me, you see the little symbol at the bottom? That's, can you see that? It's the Knight helmet. And so it always makes me think it's a knight, but the knights actually have, oops, horses at the bottom. And to me, that's more of a page. It's bringing messages and news. But anyway, that's, for some reason, that deck always throws me like that. But here, that's our page of swords. And he says, you are a lifelong learner who is drawn to teachers, scientists, and philosophers. You're also insatiably curious. Make sure you are not missing any important details. Now, what's interesting about the keywords, intelligence, clarity, observation, and vigilance. All words that you can associate with the idea of justice. Yeah? Now, let's see if I can come up with any extra meanings here. I got my old Priv back, y'all. That was a pain in the butt. Okay, anyway, make a long story short. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look. We can't look at the major arcana cards, and we can't look at this court card here. You know, I think if you recognize this story, you are either above in terms of elevation of maybe status, maybe finances, maybe positional, societal, than this king. But you are also spiritually, okay, on a higher plane than this king. And that might be why he's a bit, I don't know, reluctant or hesitant or reticent to step forward or to engage, because he recognizes, quote unquote, that you're not on his level. And I don't mean that in a negative way. So please don't nobody be emailing me telling me, what the hell you mean by that? Don't do that, please. I'm going to look at this Five of Cups. We'll start as it rolled out. Okay, nothing about the Five of Cups. We will move to the Four of Swords. Let's see here. Next to either the Empress, the High Priestess, and or the World card. Placements with Judgment. Now that's justice, not judgment. With any ace. With any ace. Indicates that some long-term goals or plans need to be reassessed and reevaluated before proceeding. That's what this is. It may be telling you that although you may not yet be involved with any long-term plans or considerations, when they do arise, this is the Four of Swords, make efforts to check and recheck all aspects before proceeding, doing the research, as some reevaluations and amendments may be needed. Nine of Cups, and typically the Nine of Cups never tells me anything. It just doesn't. Sometimes I find it next to something else, you know what I mean? When I look at like one of the whatchamacall cards. It doesn't tell me anything. Two nines. suggest a house move and or change of address. We will move now to the Nine of Wands. And then I'm going to go back and look at these major arcanas to see if something crops up in the opposite with this Nine of Cups here. So, the Nine of Wands. I think what I like the most about this particular Nine of Wands, and the Rider-Waite deck, we see the guy with the bandage on his head, and he's standing with the stick. This person's just kind of going with the flow, so to speak. He got a lot of damn oars. To me, that suggests there's a lot of things that need to be done. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay, nothing about the Nine of Wands. So let me take a look at the major arcana cards here and find out if this Nine of Cups has any meaning next to it, okay? It says placement next to the Moon, the Empress card. And that can sometimes be an indication of somebody who has Alzheimer's or perhaps bipolar disorder, mental depression. It really is about, what I'm picking up is it's about using your time wisely. Whatever is happening or not happening, this is about using your time wisely. Okay, don't see anything. And truly, him sitting with this, her sitting underneath him, there's something going on with him as well on a subconscious level. You know, this could be the kind of person where perhaps, you know, you guys met and you scared the crap out of him because he's never met anybody like you before. And so he doesn't quite know what to make of you. You know, could just be one of those things. I don't see anything about the Nine of Cups next to the World card. So, I think if I had to start out, it is this King of Wands here, along with this High Priestess that is... Now, keep in mind, even though I'm saying to you that this would most likely be a fire sign male, he could really be any sign, okay? It could be indicative of his focus and his determination. He could be a water sign, but be very focused, very determined. He can be an air sign who, you know, has a position of authority in some sense. He could be any sign, really, okay? The Messaggere, news from far away. Riunione, this is the meeting, okay? But it can also be about a job interview. Remember, that's the first thing I said. Maybe this is a boss or something. I don't know. And the Deliranti. Now, the Deliranti is an interesting card because what it really means is the stupid actions or stupid behavior. Yes. But sometimes this can be the thing like, you know, the person is just, they're so overwhelmed, they don't know what to do. They're deliriously crazy. You know what I mean? Like about you or the situation. But I just get the sense, if I'm looking at this, it's just that, you know, somebody wants to tell you, you know, I'm sorry I behaved the way that I behaved, or, you know, when we met, or not really coming like an apology, but it could also be that the person has not said anything yet, okay? And I kind of get that sense because they're not quite sure what to say. Does that make sense? They got no words. Let's look at this High Priestess, the Lecherezza. Remember when I said it's like you have cooled, your affections have cooled, your interest has cooled? Not that you've lost interest, you're just like, okay, you know, whatever. Right? Does that make sense? The desperate jealousy. Now, this is excessive attachment to a situation. And the alegría. Pastime with family and friends. So remember I said, some of you are either going to be preparing to go into a group of people or you've already been there. And I just kind of feel like maybe there was someone you might have had a small dust up with. There was an attraction there for sure, but there's some kind of perhaps misunderstanding or dust up between the two, and you just like, or maybe you were not. You ever meet those kind of guys where, you know, they're good looking, they're smart, they're financially solvent, you know, they're single, or maybe they might be divorced, but they don't have, you know, a crazy relationship with their ex, and they just like kind of got all their shit together. And they're so used to people fawning over them. And then, you know, you meet the person and you just like, I'm not impressed. You know what I mean? It's that kind of a thing. That's what it's telling me. So, you know, the guy who shit don't stink. So let's, I want to take a look. It's a changing sensitivity. The lecherezza, tact and diplomacy. You know, over, it's almost as if the cards are saying, in a way, you can't get over what happened or what was said. Not that you really lost any sleep over, but you just like, I can't believe that happened. You know, you're just like beside yourself. Like, I can't believe that. Or that my friends would allow that to happen, or that it happened where it happened. Nothing major, nothing dramatic. You know, no arguments, no fights. Just, you know, that was some bullshit. Like that. Let's take a look at, I want to look at these three cards. Four of Clubs. King of Spades. Maybe this was somebody else that was there with the friends and family. Two of Clubs. Now that's interesting. Typically when it's clubs, it has to do with work. But again, it's also that fire and determination. So let's take a look at this here. Now, you are building a strong foundation. You are stable, strong, and ready to move forward. So stay focused and positive, but beware of deceit and avoid blind acceptance of others at this time. Now, I don't know if this is you, like, you know, no, you're not going to do that. Been there, done that. I don't know. The King of Swords. Oh, I wish I knew where my other document was. Because this has much more to tell me than this. The King of Spades. Possibly a light-complected or light-haired man, or a man with air predominating his chart. Ambitious, self-centered, and self-serving, and may bulldoze over everyone else if he believes he is right. But if this is you, this is about making wise decisions, keeping a clear head, focusing on balance, and not being fooled. Remember? I think there's some event coming up where there's going to be some free-flowing liquor or activity, and I think the cards are warning you to stay on your toes and trust what your intuition is telling you. The Two of clubs. I saw my document someplace. Maybe I can find it before I close this reading out. The Two of Clubs is asking you to choose wisely because there's a fork in the road coming up, and taking the wrong one can lead to disaster. It can lead to obstacles to success, malicious gossip, disappointment, and oppositions. Okay? It could be even a warning that there's somebody around you in the group that may have it in for you. Somebody who's jealous. You know, because sometimes people don't want to see you move ahead. Let me see if I can find my other... I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And I don't know where my other document is. My clipboard, I had it on my phone. It don't necessarily mean nothing. Let me go back in here and see. I wouldn't even know. It's not that far down. Well, I so hate that I'm not able to... Oh my gosh, I've got to clean my documents out. I got People's Akasha record reading paperwork all the way back to 2014. I need to move it over to another what do you call it? Storage thing. I just don't know where these documents are. I'm just puzzled by that. Because I had it all written out together. I think this happened the last time that I was reading for you guys. I was looking for the same document, and it just, you know, kind of totally slipped my mind. Oh dear God, do I have to... I was like, please don't let me have to log in. Don't let me have to log in. Well, I'm sorry that kind of slipped my mind. Y'all know my little clipboard that I have? Don't got a clue where it is right now. So, it's in a box labeled notebooks. That's where it is. Okay, so let's pull these up. And I'm going to pull an angel answer card. Actually, I'm going to do a romance angel card first, because I feel for some of you, this might be a romance issue, and although I didn't specifically pinpoint what's happening, it's just enough to kind of make you realize that, you know, maybe that is what's happening, what she's talking, what the cards are talking about. So, and then for the rest of you, we're going to pull a angel answer card. You know, I think my thumb is out of socket. It has been giving me real problems for the past month. Alright, ready? I'm going to do it one more time. So, formulate your question. Interesting, interesting. These cards, I tell you what. Okay. Angel answer. For those of you who are not dealing perhaps with a romantic issue, or maybe you're flirting around at the office, I don't know. Oh my God, it's already 12. don't know how long this reading is so far. 50 minutes? Oh, holy smokes. But that's okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Well, well. So what do you want me to read first? How about I read the angel answer card first? Because I know you people that are looking for the love answer, y'all just salivating. Holy smokes. When I move this book, there's another card. Isn't that something? And I think that's a general for everybody. Okay? So, for the angel answer card, great abundance will find its way into your life, providing a sense of security about the future. Your angels will be with you as you take the actions necessary to manifest your dreams. Abundance is not always financial in nature. You may be seeking to manifest new ideas, a large circle of friends, vibrant health, or romantic love. This card can also reflect an inflow of any of these types of treasures into your life. Open your arms to heaven, receive with gratitude that which you desire. Now this card makes more sense. I'm going to tell y'all what it is first. Are you ready? Past life relationship. You have known each other before. The romance angels sent you this card to explain the relationship you've inquired about. You have some unfinished business in conjunction with the soulmate from a past lifetime. This may involve forgiving someone, a joint project, or learning personal lessons such as patience. Soulmates recognize each other instantly, and this feeling is often registered as a sense of romantic or sexual chemistry. The magnetism that draws two people together can surpass logic. What do they call it? Discernment, clarity, reconciliation. Okay, the what is it? The magnetism that draws two people can surpass logic because the purpose of the relationship is healing and learning. Whether or not your soulmate becomes your life partner, you will experience personal and spiritual lessons and growth as a result. Past life regressions can also help you uncover the answers that you seek. That's what Akasha Records readings are, not really past life regression issues, but they can definitely help you pinpoint what issues you're bringing over from a past life relationship, no matter what kind of relationship that is. Now, the card that has so cleverly hit itself here, and I think that kind of speaks to both of these. Excuse me, my throat's so scratchy all of a sudden. You deserve love. The romance angels are cheering you on in your quest for great love by letting you know that you deserve it. You are naturally a loving and lovable person, as is everyone. Every time this card pops up, you always hear me say, I don't know about that, because sometimes it's just some people you can't love. You have the right to be treated with kindness and respect by everyone in your life. If you have had harsh life experiences, you may have blamed yourself and felt unworthy of receiving affection. This card is a reassurance that you do deserve it. You are a beautiful being of pure love and light, no matter what any other person has said or done to you, and no matter what has happened in the past. It's a past life issue. The more that you affirm, I am lovable, I am loved, and I am loving, the more this experience comes true for you. Affirmations help you believe spiritual truths at a deep and unconscious level. This, in turn, allows you to attract loving people, relationships, and circumstances, and you definitely deserve that. it kind of reads to me like for some of you, this is the idea that some really good things are about to happen for you or starting to happen in your life, and you're kind of pinching yourself, trying to figure out, you know, maybe it's kind of a frightening energy. What did I do to deserve this? Live it up. That's what I say. So that's what I have for you. I hope this message helped you, and I'll see you again soon. Namaste.